Me va a volver loco.
All right, let's do the covenant letter.
Entonces, si yo vengo y le miento a él, ¿qué va a
Are you
pasar?
guys reading it in Espanol?
Nah, I already read it.
All right, well, so the first one, do you have things that you do that you can't live without doing?
Of course.
So is there a time that you've promised to somebody or some group of people that you're unable to change that involvement or promise? In other words, does your family know that this is a new career, a new place to work, and you're going to have to kind of get assimilated or used to the new habitos that we do here? Habitos?
Hábitos.
Habitos. The habitos of this organization are going to be different than the habitos of the
home?
Sigma, whatever it is. No. You know, the hours of when you were going home at the other location was different. Not so much, but different than what's going to be here. Because here you're going to be the new guys. So you're not going to have steady in and out times. You're going to be the utility guys because you're at that position of coming
Until
into the
you get your
organization.
own route.
Until you get your own route, right. So you're good with that, and do the people at home understand that that's the deal? You
That's
typically
not a
start
problem.
your day at 8 o'clock at night, and you're typically out until 5 a.m. Are you guys good with knowing that that's your life right now? Going out at night, probably getting done early in the morning?
I've been doing it for a year.
Been doing it for a year, and you initialed it, right? You're okay with it. You initialed it. Number two, dos. Will you commit to the responsibility of safely operating and caring for over $250,000 worth of equipment and product? Will you treat it like it's your own? And do you understand that you're not going to be home a lot and sleeping in the truck most nights and driving mostly between the hours
I don't have a
of 8
problem.
o'clock and 5 o'clock? You got 3 kids. You got how many kids?
I don't have a problem with this because
So everybody's good with
We,
what's
we,
going on. at
both,
home.
we
I'll
both
be
work
out.
at
I'll
night.
be out for 5 days. Though.
You're the utility batters for this organization. So that's going to be your new game, and it works for you. You got 90 days.
I've been doing it.
You got 90 days to show that you're the man. Okay?
Anthony, let me know when you have a point where you can take a break.
I'm going to go through the commitment, and then I was done. I mean, at that point, which is
Because I
about,
want to talk to some of the individuals here.
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna talk to you and you.
okay.
so why don't we just let you do that? Because you're the boss, and I don't want to hold you up because you got things to do. So it's important that you guys get settled. I've already kind of preempted some of this, but Mr. Blair is the ultimate decision maker, and you're going to have to convince him that you're going to be a profit center, and that's what we want. We need
He's a
profit centers.
man. Just look at him. He's the man.
Well, you know what? You know what? I want to tell you something, Manfrey. We need cooperation, a spirit of cooperation, actitudes.
Actitudes.
Actitudes. We want good, bueno actitudes.
Oh, actitud.
Attitude. So
Well,
that's
if you say actitud, it's like in the single way. If you say actitud, it's in a bigger type of.
and that's what we want. Giorgio can be a very, very good community for you. We want safe drivers. We want guys that say yes when the phone rings, and we want you to do what you say you're going to do. Are we human beings? Yes. Well, does that mean we're going to make mistakes? Yes. Would I like you to own up to them? Absolutely. Does Mr. Blair deserve that? I tell him when I mess up. I'm no different than anybody else. So go with Mr. Blair and get yourselves together and decide how you want to do this.
Vamos a ver.
One at a time.
Okay.
Dale, Juan.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to continue on, and then we'll come back. His concern was that you would not have that desire to do like we really want you safe, and we really want you to like that, as opposed to liking being anything other than safe. I don't even think I know what I'm trying to get at, but I know I can make him safe because I've watched him drive. I've watched you drive. I've watched him drive. Both of you drive like everybody else that's got experience. Oh, I got this. Let me show you how good I am. I almost want you to scale it back and like believe that you could be new again, because the guy who you referenced obviously annoyed you, and that's not fair to you or to Giorgio, because Giorgio Anthony deserves your best, and when you were like him, you had a big vision. Your pop driving a truck, I'm sure he talked good about transportation.
sometimes.
Yeah, because you know it's not easy. There's nothing about this business that's easy. I mean, Miguel, I'm sure told you, Hyros, it's hard. But you know what? The money's there every week. You know, I mean, these two ladies are gonna be your best and your worst friends. Why? Because they're dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
They can get under your skin, but they can also make you money. You gotta get along with that. Why? Because that's your money. Because if they can all of a sudden give the load to Hyros instead of giving it to Hanford, because Hanford said something mean to me.
Yeah.
I said, but that guy came in here nice. He's nice to them. Out there to a driver. Because because I don't give him a chance to make money. I was in his way. And that's who we are as drivers, aren't we? Get out of my way, I get my money. But they show up. Hi, hello. You want some candy? Because that's how we play.
Yeah.
Just like a shipper and receiver. All they get to do is tell me no. Go park over there. Wait, I'll call you. Mean as can be. They might be the most miserable guy in the world because that's all they get. Here's the candy. Let me just go away. Let me act like, yeah, you're right. Tuck my tail. Ooh. Just get me out of here. When I get out, it's like my job. I got it. Mm-hmm. I can't know about that cop. Best thing I could have done. Oh, shoot, there's a cop too. I missed the sign, and there's a cop. It's like, oh, I'm getting a ticket. Stop. Put the flashes on. Get out of the truck. Sir, I missed that sign. I know there must have been a sign. I didn't see it. I saw it now that I closed my eyes for a second. I went, was there a sign? It must have been that sign that I almost read, but I didn't read. Because you know when you've seen it.
I mean, if it's that small, like you said.
It was small. Because guess what? When I left, I looked for it. It was this big. But they do it like that. They go, okay, let's make a sign, but then let's make money from them. They don't like us. So we got to be knowing that. Just like the Smith system. Them people are not going to forgive you just because you didn't get sleep last night. So you get in that truck and you're tired, they're not going to be nice to you. They're going to be the same. Except now you're tired and you still got to deal with them. Yep. All right. So 8 o'clock at night to 5 o'clock in the morning, that's the deal. You're going to live on the road. You're not going to be supervised. Nobody's going to micromanage you here. We don't do that. If you have a hard break, we're going to ask you about it. You know, if you really slam them on, you lock them up, they're going to know what happened. What were you doing? Sleeping? Would you fall asleep? What happened? That's the only time. The cameras work. If you have a hard break, if you have an accident and the truck has to stop fast, it'll give the last 10 seconds, but we can go in and actually look at the last 15 minutes. So if you look like you were like fatigued and you were swerving and you weren't in the lane, we're going to see it. Plus these trucks, I think, have the lane thing on them where they beep.
A lane assist.
Yeah. And you got initials on all these, right? So if we keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
You will need to live, by the way, you will not be home a lot. Okay. The next one, you will always, and not just because it's the law, but because it is the law, you're going to do a pre-trip. You should, when you stop and go inside someplace and come out,
I always check my fifth wheel.
check your fifth wheel and see if anybody messed with your load. Like, if you don't have a lock on it, you should get a lock. We usually give you a lock so you can lock the load in case you go inside. But you need to commit to mastering how to couple and uncouple, how to move your tandems, how to understand that not being home a lot is not going to be a big deal. You got to learn how to go to sleep, though. Can't sit in the truck and wish you didn't have this job. You can't sit in the truck and wish you were home. You got to decide, I'm here, it's Alabama, and it's 10 of 3 in the afternoon, and I got to start rolling at 10 of 2 or 10 of 1, whatever 10 hours is. I got to go to sleep. Close my stuff, make it dark, lock my doors, put on my Netflix, set my alarms, whatever I gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Every time I stopped Anfree, I knew exactly what movie I was gonna watch. I knew exactly what time I was getting up, if I was getting a shower that morning or if I was getting a shower before I went to bed. Because I was a guy, I could do the wipe thing for like 3 days, then I was done. I was all grunged up. I need a shower. I was a guy 3 days most before I got to get a shower.
We can't stop at any what's the thing called?
TA, Flying J.
And they have showers there, right?
Yeah, and you get a fuel card, and you get the reward card, and you build up enough points. You won't need any of that. You just go ahead and use your points to get your shower. But anyway, if I knew I was going out for a few days, I knew where I was going to stop. I knew what town I was probably going to go to, and I always had 2 stops. Because if I was doing really well with my speed, and I was going to go past that rest stop, I had a second one lined up. Because I didn't want to have to slow down and not have more miles, right? So you plan. You really, the job is, once you do it 6 months, doing it the way I'm showing you, you're just stay there. You do it your whole career, whether you stay or not, which I hope you stay.
I hope so too.
Number 6, you will need to learn about the refrigeration system on the trailers. And you will need to check trailer temperatures before leaving here. And if you're not home a lot and you're in the truck most nights, and he keeps repeating this. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He's putting it in there. You're going to be, because people say, I didn't know I was going to keep working at night. People like to say that. I don't know why. If you get fortunate enough to get on a load that you're home by dinner time during the week, then that's great. But this you can't count on. So he keeps writing it in here because he wants people to not tell him that we didn't tell him that. So every one of these, I saw the last sentence has that, which I just noticed. You will drive mostly between the hours of 8 o'clock at night and 5 o'clock in the morning. And at CF Logistics and Giorgio, we're committed to safety above all else. If you are a risk taker, if you like to rush to get things done quickly rather than safely, if speed thrills you and has become a normal activity, or you have a general disrespect for authority and disregard for the rules and policies, you will not survive at our companies. You must commit to knowing, understanding, and following the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, all applicable parts within the FMCSR, and mandates targeted to the professional driver.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you will not be home a lot, sleep in the truck most nights, and you will drive most between the hours of 8 o'clock at night and 5 a.m. So please do not act like you didn't hear it once, twice, and 5 and 10 times.
And every single sentence, like, that shit is good.
This industry is tied heavily to paperwork. I just had a guy yesterday say to me, oh, I thought if I was driving with Amfrey and he turned in his paperwork, I would just get paid like he got paid. No, you are responsible for your own hours of service. It's a regulation, it's a rule, it's how you get paid. You don't want to turn in paperwork for the work you did, you shouldn't expect to get paid. And we pay you for everything. We pay you for lunch, we pay you for your lumping, we pay you for scaling.
Well, I'm still confused about that whole lumping.
Well, we don't have lumping so much now because we aren't allowed on the warehouse dock, but normally we got paid for breaking down pallets. You know, like taking the mushroom. Like normally you'd show up at a place for the mushrooms to get delivered and you might have 5 stops in your truck. Well, 5 stops is good. You get like so many dollars.
So I can pay somebody to unload it.
We do, yeah. We pay them with a common data check. Now I think it has to be a minimum like $75 or $100 because there's a service charge with these things. So we don't want to incur that charge unless it's a certain amount of money. So I don't know what the minimums are for Giorgio, but like $20 or something. We get you to take it out of your pocket and you put it on your expense report that night, and we reimburse you your next pay. You always have 2. Well, wait. I'm speaking about what I'm used to at CF Logistics. CF Logistics is the sister company to Giorgio, which is why when we talk about anything, I cannot speak to it because I don't even hardly know CF Logistics. I know this. I know education. I know what safety looks like. I know what a trip plan looks like. I know what hours of service is supposed to be like. And I know what you should look like at the end of this 8 weeks. And then at the end of a year, he should be at least where you are right now and beyond. Because he has seen it, he has done it right, he doesn't have any bad habits, he doesn't have a leadership person that's berating him or anything negative, which I am sorry about, because in the industry, it's almost like a given that you're going to be treated the way you're going to be treated, because leadership here in the transportation industry can be susceptible to folks that just were never trained on people skills.
Oh
yeah.
He was alright, he's not crying or anything, he's good.
We're on number 9. All of these end up one with the impact that you are never going to be able to say that we didn't explain to you that it's a nighttime gig. You know what I mean? Because every one of these, I'm realizing he has made sure he reiterated 2,000 hours to 500 hours. So you're either driving at night or you're driving at night or you're driving at night. And when you're driving during the day, look at it as an exception.
You mean right here, like 2,000 hours?
Yeah, well, we use military time.
You're on the 7 and the middle. Okay.
Every one of them says that because we have
I
folks
signed
that
already.
at the end, yeah, you initial it, everybody initial it.
Yeah, I'm an issue
Do
already.
you have any question?
2,000 hours, that's
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Oh,
military time is 0100 to 2400 because
Okay.
there's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
We have to do paper
like,
logs.
Like it's like when it's 21 and 21.
9 o'clock.
21, 9 o'clock.
22,
23 is
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
24 is midnight.
Yeah.
01 is 1
It's
o'clock in the morning.
1
Yep.
o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
01?
Well, 01,
I mean,
0, 01, 01. 0100.
Well,
0000
when it start the-
is the first minute going into the new
Yeah.
day.
The new
So
day.
it's the only time it's going to
That's
say
right.
00
I
is
see
until
it.
it's
I
a
see it like 000.
59 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's going to do 005. It's going to do 0001. That's 1
59.
second, 2 second, 3 second, all the way up to 59.9 seconds. Then it's going to be 1 minute.
1 minute. Yeah, and then 1 minute.
I'm
2
sorry,
minutes,
I
3
meant to
minutes.
say 1 hour because 59 minutes would equal the hour.
Yeah,
the next
59
minute.
seconds, you mean.
59 seconds in a minute. 59 minutes, and then you're going to have an hour.
Ahora sí va a salir contento el loco.
Do you see the bottom part here? It's asking you to make this decision. If you're not willing to commit to this agreement,
Oh.
Huh?
No.
if you're not willing to commit to this agreement, and you're unaware that you would be called upon to be held responsible as all the items described above, in order to be a skilled tradesman and to support yourself and your family, we have no hard feelings and we wish you all the best in your future.
Initial tour over there?
No, unless you don't want to do this. If you want to do this, turn the page. The very last page. The very last page says, I am willing to commit to this industry and I do understand all that is being asked of me. And see the last page? Last page.
That means
Next one. See, if you pick that one, you might as well go home. Because that one's not the one. Go to the next page.
he picked that.
He picked that one. He's gonna go home.
Yo, so
gonna go
that's
home.
why I can say this.
I'm
one.
so-
No,
That's
see, he knows.
That's
Espanol knows.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even
See,
sign.
you know too.
I
Good for
signed
you,
all
Juan.
of it.
I don't
went
wanna
into
sign.
that
Juan's
part.
reading. He reads. See,
Let
I
me went
told
into
him.
that part.
I told him
He
he
signed.
needs
He
me
signed
to
like-
straighten him out. See,
Yeah.
I've already learned. Some people know
Okay.
too much for their own britches.
Yeah.
So let's
I
talk
am
about
willing
it.
to commit me in.
You're willing to commit to the industry and understand all that is being asked of you
So
and the
that one I'm gonna
responsibilities.
sign.
I am willing to sign this agreement and I will abide by the items discussed within.
Driver training, printing.
That's you. Print your name and then sign it, and then today's date, which is the, what is today, 15th? 15th of September. Down the bottom here, down the bottom, I want you to write down your wife, whoever it is at home, and their phone number, and I want you to tell me that we can call her up, and, well, I'm going to say it's a he, she, and we can let her know that you're good with your new job and you're going to be committed to the responsibilities that are
So
being
you
asked of
say, oh, that's the manager.
Yeah, that's me.
Person calling to
Well,
information.
wait a minute, I'm not even the manager, I'm the designee.
As you, yeah, you're gonna be the manager right now. But,
How'd you make out in the other room? Good?
better. Sounds better, yeah.
That's right.
I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I can see the look in the face and no good. I need the happy face. I need the eager. I want the eager. I want the
La cara de
eager.
ustedes que no están
Sí,
contentos. Right?
I can't have the student throwing things at me. No. But no, I understand. And you have things that you. So are you going to stick with the program? What's going to happen?
If you messed up with the program,
You going to stay 5 weeks? What are you going to do?
he said, I tell him 2 weeks, but he said 1 week. But I tell him 2 weeks to learn about the reef work, because I never worked with the reef, to be honest. My first time that I'm gonna work with the reef, I don't know nothing about the reef.
What do you know about sliding the tandems to get the
I know
weight
sliding
distribution?
tandem.
You know how to
Remember-
get the weight distribution?
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
yeah,
one. Yes.
Remember we doing?
Yes. But did you
Can we
remember
do-
how to move the pins?
Oh yeah, we put that.
500. You know
Yeah.
how to do 500 pounds.
Remember, I'm driving to California. We always had a
Good. Now I
We
remember.
always
See, I do a lot of people. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, we always had a move.
Good,
that time.
good.
I was playing him today early about the move, the tandis, how we moving.
Good.
Yeah,
Thank you. Gracias. Because I didn't remember. Now I remember. And then what we have to help you with paper logs.
Paper log.
Paper log.
Because it's different program. Because we using one program over there, and then you guys using a different program.
Okay, so write down what we have to do for you. We have to do paper logs. We have to do the electronic log.
PPL, right?
No, we have Next Track.
Or next.
We do Next Track.
Or next one.
So we got to do paper log because you never want to be stuck and not have the paper log and know how to
Yeah.
do them. So tomorrow morning, actually, we should start today. And I didn't bring any blank log. Oh, I got these over here. Let's
So-
use these. These are regular logs.
To log in, it's gonna be Oh, there you go.
I can
Well,
put it
I'm
my,
going to make copies because we're going to.
If you want,
I have a one.
we
my
can
own.
find. I can find one today.
Who's one?
I mean, I can find one paper, but
Oh.
but
No, I'm gonna go make a copy for everybody because we should have it for
I-
today. I'm gonna do them for today. We're gonna do one together today because today was our first day together. We should have one for every day that we're together. By the end of the time we're together, you should know how to do this part too, the summary. You have to know this part because this is the part that the Department of Transportation wants to be sure that the last 7 days of your work are accounted for.
okay,
This is important.
perfect.
And I can get you there in 2 weeks, if that's what you're saying. You're gonna have it every day you come in.
I have a one. in my
I-
home.
At the school we do that,
Yo
but
tengo uno ahí en la casa.
yeah, driver daily log.
Let me go make copies.
I mean that.
Anthony,
Yes.
I can put my father right here.
Yes. Whoever is important to you that's gonna support you at home. What's that one? DVIR?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there you.
Let me make a copy of this. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Nobody move.
No, pues, igual que los muchachos.
43.
44.
Tú no. Pero es que dime.
El que oye.
El que no llora no
Pero
mama.
el viejito se estaba encojonado.
Sí.
Pero-
El que no llora no mama, pero que ellos saben que usted no está contento.
Claro. El
Pero
viejito
va a durar
estaba
mucho.
encojonado. ¿Sabes qué me dijo? No le diga nada a nadie a ella.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué te dijo Mario? A ellos no les interesa que ustedes adopten. Por ejemplo, tú te lo puedes poner 44 o traje a 50.
Sí.
Esa información no la puedes compartir contigo.
No, a él lo ponía 42.
¿Tú estás entendiendo? Pero no digas eso. ¿eh?
No. Pero mira,
Para que no haga discordia.
eso es lo que me dijo. No quiero.
¿Qué dijo?
No quiero. Mira, no te sé loco discutir con ella en la oficina. Mira.
¿Por qué es lo que te digo,
Es
manito?
que le gusta
Sí,
discutir.
le gusta
mucho.
discutir, pero usted va.
Entonces me involucra a mí también, que llegue yo a mi jefe.
Por eso que yo estoy por un ladito, porque a mí no me conviene. Yo necesito este trabajo.
Me está involucrando. A ti no, a ti te van a dejar tranquilo.
No, así está bien.
Es que no me. Sí, pero. Es que no, estaba
Es que
mal.
merezco yo necesito trabajo.
Estaba mal.
¿Qué es eso, loco? Eso para mi hermano, para conmigo.
Sí, de que time to call it. Ponle el número ahí, yo le puse el número de teléfono.
Pero para que.
Yo le voy a poner. Anytime, ponle. Pues sí, no, mira, yo no me quería, el tigre de Cristian, ahora me habló bien de mal. Vaya adentro.
¿De medio?
Sí,
¿Qué de.?
y que no, ¿cuál es tu barrio? Le digo yo, me dice que Miguel, le digo yo no, Marvin. Y sí que, porque yo lo que quiero que se lo divida, pues ya tú pusiste a Miguel, yo digo, bueno, problema, vamos a poner los dos nosotros. Entonces, me dice, oh, okay. He's a good driver. He's a good driver. One of the bad drivers that I have. Digo yo, sí, no me acuerdo qué decía yo. Después que dijiste que no. Por anytime.
No, es para mi trabajo.
La mujer mía no está trabajando ahora. Ya, estoy loco, pero yo no me quiero ver mala con esta gente. Si ese loco ve lo que me van a pagar a mí, se va. Ahora sí, loco.
Pero entonces va a tener que durar las 5 semanas.
Me dijeron una semana. La semana que viene todo para afuera, pero ten en cuenta que cuando tú estés con Miguel en la calle, me van a mandar con Miguel ahora.
Sí, porque tú vas a hacer una semana, ¿no? O sea, yo voy más después.
Mira, ten en cuenta cuando tú estés en la calle, te vamos a pagar por hora. Y ahí está bien el problema. Déjame ver. 1500. Vamos a poner 1000 millas. 1000 millas por punto 44. No, yo no creo que sea eso. Clear. 1000 millas por punto 44. 146.
Es lo que te digo, Juan, que uno no puede desesperarse.
No, pues yo no estaba
Yo mismo no digo nada, ¿sabes? Porque yo
me
no
tiene
puedo.
una.
Te tiene un cohete, pero
Oh, pero tú no podías dejar ¿verdad? Y yo no,
Oye.
está tranquilo.
yo no digo nada porque usted.
Con ese tigre para venir para acá, me tiró 555
A mí también.
Y yo, mierda, no, como este tigre me va a jaltar eso, que si vamos a coger. Y yo dije, sí, mi brother, yo lo voy a coger, porque yo lo que quiero es estar cerca de mi casa.
Yo, si Dios lo permite, y aquí me quedo yo, nadie quiere.
Loco, mira lo que yo pensé, yo ahora pienso dejar un solo carro en mi casa. Que mi mujer me traiga y me venga a buscar cuando yo llegue.
Ya.
Mami, tráeme, llévame a trabajo. Cuando yo esté llegando, ya yo lavo el truck y todo.
A mí lo que se me olvidó fue la vaina esa, eso yo no sé para qué lo va a dar, si esa vaina, eso ya es electrónico. No me acuerdo, pero yo tengo uno hecho ya, tengo el librito.
Esta gente tiene esto electrónico, los muchachos tienen electrónico. Eso es fácil.
No, yo sé que es fácil, pero me olvidó.
¿No te acuerdas? Tú sales con 70 horas.
Sí, yo me acuerdo.
You start with the
Yo tengo una ya que desde ese me voy a fijar cómo fue que yo lo hice.
No, mira, yo te lo hago, si tú me lo des para que tú veas que yo se lo voy a hacer.
Dame yo.
Dale.
Ooh, it's hot in here.
Hey,
How are you, sir?
all right.
Ladies, good afternoon. Oh, wonderful.
Mira, vamos a ver. Ejemplo.
Oh, okay.
¿Cómo te lo hago? Mira.
Oh, I'm not ready for it now. I'll have to get. When are you gonna turn it in?
Este es el vaina, ¿verdad?
No, yo sé eso, Juan. Pero que yo lo que te digo es que no me acuerdo cómo es que calcular la hora. Mañana lo vamos a hacer.
Oye, mira, te voy a decir ahora. Ok, este cuadrito aquí, uno,
How was it on Friday?
tres. Tú sales
How was it on
con
Friday?
70 horas.
Nice, yeah. Did they have a good turnout?
Este
Oh, cool.
Duri,
No kidding. See, I never met him.
Ray,
Seriously.
Everything. I was like,
Oh
only
my-
thing is, Rich had the mustache and the little, he doesn't, he's clean, like clean shave.
I think it has less hair on the
He
back
has a
of his
little bit
head.
less hair, but.
Wow.
sí, algo así me acuerdo. Pero
Sí,
yo no sé cómo le dicen. Ejemplo, tú vas a estar driving,
Rich was the oldest.
Now
tú vas de aquí,
he doesn't work at DECA, does he?
de ahí, te pones ahí.
He's a truck driver.
Esa es las 8 de la noche,
No, I've never met him.
PM.
Oh my God, he
Es un ejemplo, estamos hablando, ¿verdad?
Yo
Really?
sé
I was
que
like,
Freaky.
we looked at her like, we looked into the like,
Tres,
exactly.
cuatro,
But it was really nice.
It was.
He was cremated, so he had his remains there, he had a picture of his
ejemplo.
mother, and then everybody.
Entonces estos son
I didn't realize how
15,
like the boy he was.
30,
Never realized that much.
Mhm.
But his brother
45, una hora.
Oh.
and they did a run from Walmart to
Wow.
there. Jim actually joined that, which was pretty nice.
Mhm.
And then
4,
they had like food. It was just like a celebration of life.
3,
Mhm, mhm.
4, 1, 2, Vamos a ponerlo ahí. Si tú estás manejando a las 8 p.m., las 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Eso es para hacerlo rápido, ¿verdad? Esto es algo rápido, quickly. Que tú comenzaste a manejar, vamos a decir que tú vas a coger break a las 10. Tú vas aquí hasta las mismas 10, ok. Entonces viene su break, ¿verdad? Solo el break. Que esté en break. Los breaks son media hora. Entonces hicimos, cogiste, comenzaste 15 media. Tú vienes así. Media hora. Entonces vuelve aquí. Y lo pone. Aquí va a ser off duty. Vamos a poner off duty. Off duty. Ok. Te terminaste de manejar a las 11. Te pones off duty. ¿Entiendes? Entonces, ya tú lo vas a manejar por el mal día de hoy. Lo subrayaste, ¿verdad? Entonces tú hiciste, ejemplo, 1, 2, 3 y 4. 4 horas. Ok. 4 horas. Tuviste.
Pero lo que te digo es que hay que ver los números que van ahí. Porque
Exacto.
yo lo que te digo es que
4.
tengo que calcular lo que quede redondo.
Entonces, ahí tú le vas a quitar 4, son 66. 66 horas que te quedan. 66 del driver. Tú manejaste 4 horas. 4 horas tuviste manejando. 4 horas que le quitaste. Se quedan 66 horas para la semana. Entonces ahí viene el siguiente día.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since all this went down. That's a handful there.
Yo le voy a preguntar a ver si es así a él.
No, porque lo que cabe es los números que están aquí.
Entonces el siguiente día tú lo haces igualito, pum, 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 maneja, comenzaste a manejar. Déjame preguntarle a él.
His son isn't in the right frame, so he's like snaps.
Ese loco va a echar. Mira, está riéndose ahora, porque estaba peleando al principio.
Good. Yeah.
Y ese loco con esos malditos aretones. ¿Y qué fue
Esos
eso?
aretones, ¿qué?
Este tigre está loco.
Así mismo le queda la oreja. ¿Tú no viste
Ah,
ya?
bien, sí.
¿Y para qué no ponen eso?
Yo no sé.
New house.
Yo con un chiquito tengo y Rory va a
Pero ya esto me lo pongo yo a veces.
Yo muchos duros años sin ponerme eso. Ok. Ok, vamos a poner que tú saliste de aquí entonces. Vamos a poner.
And I do not have an empty. I gave Penske this morning, so.
¿Cómo se llama esto aquí?
The lights weren't
Blinding,
working. Half of them weren't
blinding.
working, so. There's 5 on.
El
Lo que tengo que
break,
ver es dónde empezaste.
sí, es blando. El break fue en, vamos a poner en Lisport.